What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about how Cam Newton has really shown some serious leadership, that he's going to be the #1 quarterback when the season starts. So let's see what they have to say about that.
It is time now for some required reading, and this comes from our Patriots reporter Mike Reese. In a blog post from Sunday, he wrote about the impact that Cam Newton is having in New England, and he wrote, "Word is that if you want to beat Newton to Gillette Stadium, you have to arrive well before the sun rises. Such a motivated approach, coupled with the well-advertised energy he brings to the field, have created a spark inside team headquarters and positioned him as a leader." I'm intrigued.
So that's very motivating to hear that Cam Newton's up there, the first one in practice, and he just really, trying to set the tone and be the leader for the team. That's excellent to hear.
Here's Mike Reese with us from Foxborough. And, Mike, Jarrett Stidham is hurt. What does that injury do to the Patriots quarterback competition?
Well, Greeny, it's changed everything. In football terms, it's created a big hole, and Cam Newton is taking the ball, and he's charging through that hole, literally and figuratively. And here's why it's so significant. Last week, the Patriots were splitting the quarterback reps 3 ways. Now it's down to 2. And on Sunday, I was right there at practice. It really seemed to turn decisively in Cam Newton's direction. And in a condensed preseason, it almost makes you wonder, will the Patriots turn back now?
All right, interesting. So all signs pointing towards Cam as the starter. What are you seeing as far as him building chemistry with his receivers?
One of the most interesting things that I've seen the last 2 practices is Cam Newton has gone to a side field with Julian Edelman to work on some fine-tuned specifics of how he wants him to run routes, and Julian Edelman getting used to how Cam Newton delivers the ball. And in a lot of ways, Greedy, it's what I remember seeing when Tom Brady was here. He used to do the same thing. And then they took that onto the field in team drills, and Newton was really connecting with Edelman on Sunday. The ball was out quick. It was putting Julian Edelman in position to run with it after the catch. So in a lot of ways, it did remind me a little bit of the Tom Brady to Julian Edelman connection.
Wow, the more things change.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that's highly motivating, hearing that Cam Newton and Julian Edelman are getting on the same page. They're working with each other, doing a little bit more extra work to make sure that they're on the same page for when the season starts. That is highly motivating. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very to hear that Cam Newton, he's really stepping it up. He's not taking it for granted that he's going to be, the starting quarterback. He's actually out there working. He's showing guys that he wants to work and be part of the team and be the #1 leader of this squad. So let's continue.
The more they stay the same. Well done. Mike Reese, great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Greeny.
All right, my squad is back here again. Graziano, Tim Hasselbeck, Mike Tannenbaum, and Mike T. I'm coming to you because you made a very interesting comment in our meeting this morning, as all signs are now pointing towards Cam Newton, about something you're expecting to see as this week goes on.
Oh, no doubt about it. Coach Belichick will continue his very public conversation with Brian Flores, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, their Week 1 opponent, when he waxes poetically about how well Brian Hoyer is doing this week. And here's why. There's no preseason games. Coach Belichick naturally wants to keep information as close to the vest as possible. If Cam Newton's healthy, he's going to start, but he wants to create as much uncertainty as possible for the Dolphin coaches to prepare for opening day. So we're going to hear about how great Brian Hoyer is. He's a veteran. He knows the system. He wants to create any doubt he can to make that game planning for the Dolphins to be as difficult as possible. And I'll say again, if Cam Newton is healthy and he starts 16 games, the Patriots will win the division this year. He could be that.
I'm going to have to agree, because Cam Newton, I'm very excited hearing everything that's going on with him in camp.
Good if he's healthy. I think there's going to be a tough offense to defend, and it's going to be extremely diverse.
I agree, and I'm looking forward to just seeing what it looks like. Tim Hasselbeck, what do you think?
Well, I would agree with everything that Mike said, although I think that Brian Flores is smart enough that to realize that he's going to face Cam Newton, and he's going to face plenty of quarterback runs. I think the question ends up being, how much of this old Patriot will we see as part of this new Patriots offense? Because, even though they're going to cater the offense towards Cam Newton, there will be elements of things that Josh McDaniels has done in the past, whether it's their traditional run game without Cam Newton as the runner and their passing game. So there'll be elements of that, but with Mike Tannenbaum on this, if Cam Newton is healthy, He is a massive difference maker for the New England Patriots. He makes them, I think, the favorite in the AFC East. I think he's a guy that,
I agree.
Could end up, being a kind of a Alex Smith notwithstanding type of a comeback player of the year type of player in that offense, because I think New England will know how to use him.
Definitely in between, Cam Newton's strong arm and, Bill Belichick being the coaching guru. I mean, you put those together, I mean, there's a lot of potential there. I mean, a ton of potential there to have everything work out just fine. That's why I can't stress enough how happy I am to hear Cam Newton. He's in there. He's working hard. He's showing everybody that he wants to be the leader. And Bill, I mean, I don't know. I'm just very happy to hear this. So I expect big things for the New England Patriots this year, even though he doesn't have a lot of weapons. But still, this is just an excellent start.
Don't have to be one of the 6 or 7 best teams so long as they're the best team in the division. Are they not that?
No, Buffalo is a significantly better team. Greeny, if you go back to last season, halfway through the season, from the 9th game on, the Buffalo Bills had a better record, they had a better offense, they had a better defense. They've had better additions to their football team, namely Stephon Diggs, while the Patriots have had a mass exodus of players off that 12 and 14 last year. So the Buffalo Bills, on paper and on play last year, halfway or the last half of that season, are a much better football team, and I don't see this division very close. I see the Buffalo Bills being a head and shoulders favorite in that division.
Mike Tannenbaum, what do you think?
Yeah, so I don't know about that. It might be close, but I wouldn't say that the Buffalo Bills are ahead and above, everybody else in that division. I mean, Cam Newton's definitely a game changer. He's definitely going to be able to make some moves. And with Bill Belichick's definitely going to know we need to take care of business when we play against the Buffalo Bills. We need to go ahead and win this division. So let's continue.
No way. If Cam Newton starts and plays in 16 games, they will win this division. This is going to be a really difficult and diverse offense to defend when you think about guys like James White, Damian Harris, Julian Edelman, and keep a name on a rookie, Devin Asiasi, who is a Michigan transfer who went to UCLA. This is going to be a new Patriot offense. And in terms of defense, yeah, they lost a couple of players, but they have a couple of interesting younger draft choices. Josh Uche, who could be an undersized pass rusher. They have a really good secondary. And my concern about Josh Allen specifically is he struggled at Wyoming throwing the ball down the field with accuracy. It's the same problem he has right now in Buffalo. And if I know about that deficiency, I know all the other opposing defensive coordinators know about that deficiency as well.
Go ahead, Orlovsky.
Let's have this question. Let's have this. Who's got the better receiving core? Buffalo. Who's got the better tight end? Buffalo. Who's got as good, if not the better running back group? Buffalo. Who's got the better front four? Buffalo. Who's got the better and more experienced linebackers? Buffalo. Now, who's got a better secondary? New England. New England has a better secondary, but Buffalo has got better players. That's just what they are. And
yeah, but can they put it all together and be able to beat the New England Patriots? I have more faith in the New England Patriots and Cam Newton and Bill Belichick and, Julian Edelman than what's going on in Buffalo. And Buffalo's a good squad, but I just think, when it's all said and done, that the New England Patriots are going to be able to win that division.
Last year, in one game at home, should have beat New England with 5 turnovers and then played them in a great game at the end of the season. And they've now got Stephon Diggs, one of the best receivers in football. And what happened last year with Buffalo was we saw them really understand Josh Allen. Listen, I was critical of Josh Allen coming out of the draft, and he does need to take a step forward. But there's also an aspect of he's an instinctual player. He's never going to be a pick-you-apart player. We've only seen